So last lecture we have gone through that particular things, that is introductory part of the flexible pavement and the different layers of the flexible pavement. Once again I'm going to repeat it. That is your subgrade soil, then subbase course, gearing course, and what kind of material that we are going to use it. Okay, so again we are going to continue that part in our next upcoming few lectures, as well as in some few PPTs also. I'm going to discuss that in detail. But before that, uh, one more thing that you should understand and you should have the knowledge about is nothing but the part that presently you are learning, that is your highway geometric design. Okay, so highway geometric design, I think ma'am has started this particular chapter, and I think she has covered one or two points, but still I am going to start this particular chapter from once again, so that if somebody has missed out some part, uh, he will get the knowledge about it, and other people who has attended previous lectures, they will have some brush up about the previous things that you have learned. Okay, so is it okay for everyone, so that we can move forward? So geometric design of the highway elements. Actually, this geometric design of the highway element, what does it deals with? This geometric design of a highway deals with the dimensions and layout of visible features of the highway, such as horizontal and vertical alignments, then side distances and intersections. Once again, please remember this thing. What is geometric design? Geometric design of a highway, it deals with the dimensions and the layout. What does it deals with? It deals with the dimensions and layout of the visible features of the highway, such as horizontal and vertical alignments, then side distances and intersections. Always remember, whenever you are working on any road construction site, you must have the knowledge about these four important geometric parameters. First parameter is design part, which is associated with horizontal alignment. Second parameter, design part, which is associated with the vertical alignments. Then you should have a brief and thorough knowledge about the side distances. Now, what is that side distance and all such things? We are going to complete that part in our upcoming lectures. And intersections. Intersection म्हणजे ज्याला मराठीत तुम्ही म्हणतात चौक. ठीक आहे. मग design of that such intersections, what are the categories of the intersections? What are the rules and regulations which are prescribed by the Indian Road Congress, that is IRC code, for the design of various categories of the intersections? So geometric design of highway deals with all such visible features. All these features are visible to us. Horizontal alignment, one can see the horizontal alignment. Okay, horizontal alignment म्हणजे ज्यावेळेस तुम्ही एखाद्या गाडी ज्यावेळेस वळवता, एखाद्या ठिकाणी टर्न घेता, ते टर्न घेताय म्हणजे तुम्ही काय करताय, तुमच्या गाडीची जी अलाइनमेंट होती, ओरिजिनल अलाइनमेंट म्हणजे काय असतं? अलाइनमेंट इज नथिंग बट द position of any object with respect to the center line or center line for that particular object. Simple words मध्ये जर तुम्हाला अंडरस्टँड करायचं असेल, what is alignment? So if you are going to turn your vehicle, if the road is having some, if you have to turn your road vehicle at a 90-degree, or if there is one colony, there is one intersection, you have to turn. So mic is on, so please mute yourself. I request participant, dear students, please mute your mic. Prasad Dekre. Okay. So once again, my humble request to everyone, at the time of lecture, please mute yourself so that there should not be any audio disturbance. From my side, if there is any audio disturbance, you can raise your hand and you can put it in the chat box. But from your side, there should not be any disturbance. And if you are having any doubt related to this part, you can raise your hand and you can put it in the chat box. The simple funda. And you can ask me 100 times. Don't worry. If you don't get anything, we are going very slowly. Yeah? Please remember, I am not going to take you at a faster level so that you are not able to understand each and everything. Because geometric design of highway elements, your unit number 2, is very important chapter for your professional career. Those who are willing, those who are wish to work on a roadway site, in the roadway projects, they should have a thorough knowledge about such geometric elements which are associated with the highways. Okay, so I'm going very slowly, though it seems no sir, that is okay, we are getting everything, but still I'm going to repeat for you, because such things are very important for your professional career while working on the roadside. Okay, so let's begin with that. Little bit interruption is there. So once again, I'm going to repeat. Geometric design of the highway, it deals with the dimensions, please remember, and layout of visible features. So you are going to turn your vehicle. So it is visible that horizontal alignment is, we can visible, we can have the visualization of that horizontal alignment. Yes, the person is traveling like traveling on a straight track, and now he is going to turn on that particular track. So it's a visible alignment. Another vehicle which is coming from a valley and it is just in the descending position, it is just traveling. Okay, so what you are going to see, there is vertical alignment, correct? There is valley, or there what we call set point is there. Okay, third and uttar, ascending and descending. Your vehicle is ascending on some of the parts in a valley section, as well as your vehicle is descending, traveling in a descending direction in some of the parts of the valley. So ascending traveling and descending nature of the traveling, that deals with the vertical alignment. Okay, then side distance, very important parameter. Side distance means what? At what distance one can visualize, one can means that driver can visualize the vehicle which is coming towards him. At what particular distance? It may be 1 meter, 2 meter, 10 meter, 100 meter, 1000 meter, whatever it may be. Okay. So at what distance that driver is able to see the object which is in front of him, as well as the vehicle which is approaching towards him. So that part we are going to discuss in detail in the side distance parameter. Okay. And the intersection is nothing but your choke. Okay. You are going to merge and diverge the traffic. Merging of traffic means what? Suppose there are 7 roads and they are going to connect the all 7 roads at one point. Okay, like take the example in Solapur, Sat Rasta is there, correct? So that's all 7 roads from that whole Solapur city will come and will meet at that one particular point. That we called it as merging of the particular vehicles at one point. And diverging means what? From one central point, vehicles are distributed in different directions. Vehicles are traveling in the different directions. That is called as diverging of the vehicles. Okay. So for the merging and diverging purpose, as well as for changing the alignment, we are having the provision of intersections. Okay. See, all 4 parameters we are going to study in detail, but please remember what is geometric design is actually. Okay, I hope now it is clear to you what we are going to learn in this particular chapter. So the geometric design of the highway, it deals with the dimensions and layout of visible features of the highways, such as horizontal alignments, vertical alignments, side distances, and the intersections. Second point, the geometrics of the highway should be designed to provide efficiency in traffic operations with maximum safety at a reasonable cost. So whenever whatever the design that you are going to provide, that design should be efficient one. It should be, provide the safety to the passengers, and it should get completed at a reasonable cost. Now you are familiar, the cost of each road project is in crores or is in thousand crores, or it is in lakhs, few lakhs. Okay, if you are dreaming to construct a road of single kilometer, 1 kilometer, you require at least around 30 to 40 lakh rupees for design of the flexible payment. And if you are interested for construction of the rigid payment, you require more than 50 lakh rupees amount. Okay, so our construction sector is the second biggest largest sector as far as our economy is considered in economical term, after agricultural. Okay, that is the biggest sector, construction sector. Please, we should be proud of this thing. And in upcoming few days, now you are going to see lots of big projects are going on, dream projects, smart cities, then roadway projects, national highway development projects, rural development projects, metro cities are there, sidco projects, hardco projects, mmrda projects, pmc projects, everywhere, from central government authorities as well as from the state government authorities. There are so many projects which are going on, and you are having the chance to build your career in such sectors. Okay, so don't restrict yourself up to the building. Highway is one of the part, or transportation is one of the sector where you can create your own career and you can start your own business. Okay, so we'll proceed towards the next slide. So what these cross-section elements actually deals with, and how many cross-section elements that you are going to study in this particular element, in this particular chapter. I hope ma'am has taught you this particular chapter, this particular thing, and it's a revision for you, but still it's very important and it's interesting one also. Okay, so what actually geometric designs are, what are the various geometric designs you are going to see? You are going to see the cross-section elements, you are going to study the side distance considerations, you are going to consider the horizontal alignment details in this particular chapter, then vertical alignment details and intersection elements. So 5 major geometric elements you are going to study in this particular chapter. So cross-section elements. Now, what are the cross-section elements that one must focus on? I think ma'am has completed up to the part of camber. As per my knowledge is considered, she told me that I have finished up to the camber, but still we are going to repeat it once again. Okay. So first cross-section element, as far as our roadways are considered, is nothing but the pavement surface characteristic. Very important one. You have realized, I think most of you have familiarized, you are traveling on a particular track and there is rainfall which is occurring, and there is some particles of the soil which is coming on a flexible pavement. Okay, what you are going to observe, your vehicle will get skid. Okay, there is skidding of the vehicle. तुमची बायसिकल जी आहे किंवा सायकल जी आहे ती घसरते, तुम्ही पडता. ठीक आहे, गाडी घसरते म्हणून चिखलावरनं. ठीक आहे. So skidding is one part which is associated with this pavement surface characteristic. Okay. So if you want to avoid the skidding, what you need to require? You need to require the roughness characteristic of that particular pavement. Okay. Anyone can tell me what is the actual reason that you are skidding? There is one reason I told you, that is you are driving your vehicle at a speed of 40 kmph suppose, and there is some soil which is coming on a road surface, and there is rainfall which is occurring. So when you travel your vehicle, the wheel of your particular vehicle will ply on that particular soil, that wet soil. There may be chance of skidding of the vehicle. That is one part that you are going to consider. But what is the another technical reason? Now again, this question is asked in your interviews also. Okay. in your interviews also. Why your vehicle gets skid? Why there is skidding of the vehicle which is going to occur? तुम्ही असं म्हणू शकत नाही की बाबा सर लय मोठा चिखल होता ना आम्ही 40 नाही 50च्या स्पीडने गाडी चालवली, देअर इज स्किडिंग which is going to happen. Yes, definitely that is one reason. Okay, skidding. But what is another reason? Technical reason. The another technical reason behind this particular skidding is that you always feel that there is centrifugal force which is acting on you. Suppose you are driving your vehicle in a straight track from the perpendicular direction, you are going to realize a centrifugal force which is going to act on you. Correct? Whenever you are going to drive in your vehicle, there may be some wind which is blowing, which is across to you. The direction of the wind is across to you. That is perpendicular direction. You are driving in a straight track in one way, and wind is blowing perpendicular to your particular direction. So what you realize? You realize some centrifugal force which is coming on you. So whenever such centrifugal force is coming on you and you are driving your vehicle, there may be chance that when you apply the brakes, when there is sudden object you are seeing, तुम्ही गाडी चालवताना एखादा ऑब्जेक्ट बघितला, अचानक कुत्र्यामध्ये आलंय, काय करताय? You are going to apply the brakes. Correct? So when you apply the brakes, there may be chance that there is skidding of your vehicle. Why this is so? Because your braking force is more than that particular centrifugal, whatever the speed of your vehicle and whatever the force which is acting on you. Okay, your braking force is more than the speed of that particular vehicle, as well as whatever the force which is acting on you, and that is the technical reason why there is skidding of the vehicle. Okay, ज्यावेळेस तुमच्या गाडीचा ब्रेकिंग फोर्स, ब्रेक अप्लाय केलाय आणि तो ब्रेकिंग फोर्स इफ इट इज मोर, then definitely 101% your vehicle gets skid. Okay, so that is the technical reason. I am having a good picture of that also. In the upcoming slide I can show you. So first characteristic, pavement surface characteristic. Then we are going to deal with the width of the pavement, or we called it as a carriageway. Then third, cross section element. These are cross section elements, huh? Please remember. Okay, these are called as cross section elements of the road. So then we are going for the cross slope or camber. Then we will study the part of median, or we call it as a traffic separators, then curves, then road margins, and then width of the formation. Okay, so these are the cross section elements of that particular pavement surface. Okay, now the first thing that you are going to see in this particular picture, I can keep it on the downward side. Okay, Basura sir is there. He want to speak something. Okay, Basura sir, you continue.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
All the so may I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Your voice is audible. Please go ahead.
Okay, sir. All the students, whenever there is a message from the TPO side, please follow that rules and instructions, because in the last week, that is in the Saturday, most of you have not attended the webinar, that is DAD webinar. Correct, no? Because you have not registered for the same. Whenever I put any instructions or notice in the group, you please follow the all the instructions. Okay, whenever there is a deadline for the registration, you have to do the registration on that day only. Then only you will get the links for the webinar through your registered mail ID. Okay, please take a note on this one and act accordingly for the further days. Okay, okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Basura sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you repeat and repeat slowly a little bit, because maybe few students are not getting what you are trying to say, and your voice is a little bit low, sir.
Okay. Last week, what happened? I sent one webinar registration. Okay, most of the students have not registered for the same, and few have registered. and they got the link of the registration, that is link of the webinar, the last Saturday. So, and most of you have missed that webinar. Whenever there is a notice or the instructions from the TPO side, from the TPO side, that is training and placement office, you all have to please go through details. If you have any doubt, okay, you have to contact me personally, so that I will explain in detail. Okay, all the instructions which is sent by the TPO side, you have to follow, so that you will not get any ambiguity or any confusion in further days. If you get any instructions from my side, you have to follow and act accordingly. Clear, everyone?
Is there any doubt to
Last time,
everyone? So that you can directly contact to Basaura sir regarding our training and placement activities. He has taken very nice initiative about you for placement of yours for the big companies now where everyone is trying to deal with. So if you are having any doubt, whatever the instructions sir has given, you directly contact him. Okay. Thank you, Basaura sir. Thank you.
thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Okay. So here one simple example I just want to put in front of you. I can say this is one of the cross section of the road. Okay. So if you are going to see this particular cross section, I have just taken one simple example. We are having the different cross sections. Maybe cross section of the road for the national highways, cross section of the road for the state highways, cross section of the road for the village roads or for the MDRs, that is major district road, other district roads. Okay, so I have just taken simple example how the road seems to be. Now, what are the different elements of this particular road? Now, if you are going to see the first section or the first part, uh, just a minute. I will just use the highlighter. I think somewhat problem is there. Okay, chalo. If you are going to see the first part here, cross slope. This is our first cross section element of that particular highway. Okay, see this particular cross slope. It is not a straight or flat surface. Please remember, no road is completely flat, is completely straight. Okay, there is some kind of slope which has been provided, and that we called it as a cross slope. And you know the basic function of this particular cross slope, it is just to drain out whatever the surface water, whatever the surplus water which is coming on it. So whatever the rain, suppose there is heavy rainfall, so whatever the rainwater which is coming on a road surface, we have to drain it. And for draining out that particular surplus water, we have provided a gentle cross slope to our particular road, and we called it as a cross slope. Then you are going to see the shoulder part. So here is there nothing but the shoulder. The basic purpose of the shoulder is nothing but the parking of your vehicle in emergency situations. Okay, what is our tendency? If there is one vehicle which is coming on a if there are some two vehicles which are passing and we have to take overtake, then by using shoulder we are trying to overtake them. Okay, or our Indian standard IRC recommends us that maximum width of any vehicle is 2.5 meters. Your general width of the your lane is 3 meters, 3.5 meters. So how much distance is been left? 1 meter distance is been left. Okay, so out of that 1 meter, half meter and half meter from the both side we have to keep. And what we are going to do, we are going to take our vehicle from that half meter distance. Okay, half meter width distance. Okay, and that is why such accidents are going to happen in India. Okay, uh, one more thing I am going to share with you. Our road conditions, whatever the drastic or very disastrous road conditions you are going to observe in India, these road conditions, these failures of the roads, are more dangerous than the terrorist attack. Okay, why I'm using such heavy word? Because there is one survey which has been carried out in 2017, and that survey tells us there are more than 4,000 people which are killed or which are died because of the failure of the road pavements, and accident is going to happen. And what is the amount of people which are going to die because of the terror attacks or because of any other enemy attack? It is just less than 1,000. Okay, so we are the ones who are responsible for everything. If we don't deal with the quality construction work, then definitely the other people will suffer for the same. Okay, so we'll go in detail about that topic also. So I'm just discussing shoulder part. So please remember, the purpose of the shoulder is to take your vehicle aside if there is any emergency. Suppose during your journey your vehicle have some problem and it is stopped working. So you can take your vehicle aside, that is at the shoulder portion. Okay, or you can park your vehicle on the shoulder. That is the purpose of the shoulder. Okay, then if you are going to see the hinge points, okay, here you are going to see a steep slope, side slope we called it as a, it may be 2:1, 1:2, or it may be in any proportion, 1 in n proportion. It may be 1 in 1.5, 1 in 2, 1 in 3, 1 in 4, or it may be whatever digits. So here is side slope, generally to drain out whatever the water, and here are the trees which are been planted. Okay, now here you are going to see the back slope, drainage ditch we call it as. Okay, so what is this hinge point? Again, that is being clear, or it is being written. Hinge point is nothing but point where the slope rate changes. So shoulder, we are having another slope, and here side slope, you are going to see a very steep slope. Okay, so our slope is going to change at that particular point. We called it as a your hinge point. And what is clear zone? Again, it is being described. If somebody is unable to see, now they can see. Clear zone is nothing but that area along the side of the traveled way, including shoulder, that is available for the recovery of errant vehicle. As I said earlier, whenever there is problem with your vehicle, you have to keep your, or you have to park your vehicle aside. So generally, shoulder part is nothing but that part of the road which is utilized for this particular purpose. Okay, so that is shoulder. Then you are going to see nice trees there. So do you know the rule of tree plantation on the road construction site? As per our MORTH, or as per our IRC specifications, anyone is familiar with the rule? Please remember, if you are dealing with a national highway or if you are dealing with a state highway, at a distance of every 10 meter, you have to plant a big tree. It may be a teak wood, म्हणजे ज्याला वडाचं झाड आपण असं म्हणूया, किंवा पिंपळाचं झाड, किंवा असं अजून कुठली तरी मोठं झाड, ठीक आहे, teak wood. So at a distance of every 10 meter, you have to plant the trees. And in between the 10-meter slot, between chainage, 0 to 10 meter, 10 to 20 meter. So in between that, you have to plant the small trees. Okay, at the side of the road, not at the median part. Otherwise तुम्ही म्हणताल सर रस्त्याच्या मध्ये जो डिवायडर आहे, डिवायडर वरती मी वडाचं झाड लावतोय, ठीक आहे, तसे प्रोव्हिजन्स आहेत, पण ते स्पेशल रोड केसेस साठी आहेत, ठीक आहे. बट whenever you are dealing with the new construction, the rule says at a distance of every 10 meter. And now you are going to observe, nowhere you are going to find such things. Okay, nowhere, no one is going to follow. But now the rules are very strict, because if there is no tree plantation, the bills of that particular road contractor will not get sanctioned. Okay, that is his job also, his company job also, to take care of that all trees which are been planted in the mediator part, that is in the divider part, and also taking care of the trees which are kept, which he has planted aside. Okay, and नाव तुम्ही म्हणताल सर रोडच्या बाजूला तर एवढी मोठी झाडं असतात, मग प्रत्येक रोड कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर त्याची काळजी घेतो का, किंवा त्याचंच काम आहे का? Once again, I'm going to repeat that whatever the trees which you are going to see aside of the road, एखाद्या रस्त्याच्या बाजूला जी तुम्ही झाडं बघता, the responsibility of that particular trees is deals with the municipal corporation, नगर परिषद, नगर पंचायत, whatever the concerned authorities. ठीक आहे, whatever the concerned authorities, only that authorities are having the responsibility of taking